My life be like, yeah. My life be like, yeah. My life.
Hey guys, Bavid, and today you'll be watching a video on Battlefield 4 Final Stand DLC, and this was actually exclusive to PC players, and it was on a I guess you could call it a set of servers called CT, which is a community test environment. And yeah, as you just saw there, that cannon there is called the Scrub Cannon, also known as like the SE42, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but it's extremely overpowered. Hopefully they do nerf it. Like as you see me now, I blow I don't blow up the tank, but I flip it. But also this is gonna be, I think, coming out either this month or early next month, because the CT is pretty much just a test. So they literally released the DLC in about like pre-alpha, and then they just put it on these servers which are owned by them, so they can test it. No, so we can test it and play the game and tell them what bugs there are and what bugs there isn't. And it's actually free. Actually, that's not technically true. If you have premium, then you can play it. And believe it or not, I actually got in a game with Chaboy on one of the maps, and that was actually really fun. And I was talking to him in his live stream. Well, not talking to him, but I was talking to him in his chat room in his live stream. But I'm not going to be talking about it. I'm going to talk about the game. But as you see, where I am right now, I believe it is there is a really cool, almost drone sort of machine, which you'll see eventually. I think it's right about now. But in this area, you can get this little flying drone that has machine guns on it, and honestly, it isn't the best thing, and I think it's pretty balanced. But it's not this bit, sorry. It's just after this bit. But yeah, I had a lot of fun playing this map. I believe the map's called Giants of Carlisle, or I might be saying that pronouncing that wrong. But honestly, all the maps in this DLC seemed really good. But unfortunately, I didn't get to play the first map because I was a little late on doing the TT download, because I wasn't even aware of this. My friends told me at like school, so I quickly went home, quickly downloaded it. But I have really bad internet, like 2 meg download, so it took me a few hours. And eventually I got into a game, and the map changed as soon as I got on it, and I was extremely angry. But apparently the first map was the best as well, so sorry about that. You won't be able to see the first map, which is, I can't remember what I think it's the Operation Winter Storm, maybe? I'm probably just making that up. But it was a very good snowy map. But honestly, I really like this map. Like I can imagine having a lot of fun with it, especially with friends as well, because there's a lot of fun things to do. And I will be having a funtage coming up as well, hopefully soon after I do these videos. And sorry about the delay as well of these videos, because I've been busy editing all of this. This has literally been hours of footage that I had to go through and pick out parts of. But as you can see right there, the my graphics are only on high, they're not even on ultra, but the map looks so beautiful, and the game looks a lot nicer after. And this actually had the patch which just came out about last week, I believe, or maybe this week. But this had that, so you will notice the hit markers and stuff, and the red writing around just to show that it's CT and this isn't the final product. But honestly, I would recommend getting this DLC. It's a lot of fun to play. The vehicles on it are pretty balanced as well. I wouldn't say they're too overpowered, but I do get killed by a lot of choppers on this, because mainly there's a lot of pro flyers, I guess you could say, who have own joysticks and stuff. But this area here is a little buggy when I was playing, because there's a lot of invisible walls and stuff. And I was playing this I think I got Battlefield a week before I had this. And on the CT, you start from level 1, you have everything unlocked, by the way, just to let you guys know. But I think this area where I am right now, I can't remember where it is. I think it's just above C, I think I can see, or maybe just above F. There's a really cool exclusive weapon, and just before, about a minute before this, you saw the little mech suits, and they're actually off. I think this map's going to be a prequel, sorry, I couldn't say that properly then, to Battlefield 2042, maybe? I think that's what it's called. But the clips, some of the clips do get a little dodgy, because I was experimenting with my the software and stuff, and all the different settings. But yeah, the map actually looks incredibly nice. I think they did a really good job with this map, and this was in pre-alpha. And honestly, there was only about a few, like 2 problems. There was one around, I can't remember what the objective was called. I didn't play this map a lot, to be honest. Sorry about that. But there was the little invisible boxes, and there was the actual quad bikes. Sometimes you'll just go down this hill and you'll just explode. Sorry, I still got quite a bad throat from my last video. That literally killed my throat. And as you just saw there, this thing is mental. It is so good. And sorry. But this thing is, I'm not sure. I think it's called the, oh, I'm not even sure what this is called, but it is so fun to use, I've got to admit. But you won't hear any other, like, the shooting or anything, mainly because I don't think it had any sounds, and you won't see any hit markers because this was just like a prototype almost of what the actual thing was going to be. And hopefully it does get a little bit more patched, because on a smaller map like Hangar 21, which is another DLC map which I'll be covering as well, you could get like a lot of kills with this, because I know it's easy to shoot down, but you don't really notice it because it is tiny in the sky. Like it's impossible to shoot, so you normally get like javelined or stingered. But when you see me go in third person, this thing looks mental. It looks so futuristic and cool. And I know a lot of people might not like this because Battlefield's meant to be a realistic game. But honestly, this is fun. And this is actually, like, I never really did use a throw a lot. And I wasn't really sure what I was doing. And then I ended up taking out a helicopter. So I thought I might want to put that in there. That's quite fun. But, also, by the way, I did steal the song that I'm using right now. I did steal it off my friend Dino X, or also known as Ethan. I'll put his channel in the description. But I don't really know what else to talk about. I know I haven't really been covering a lot that's actually going on in the gameplay, but as you can see, it doesn't do a lot of damage to vehicles. Well, it does quite a bit to helis, to be honest. I didn't realise. But it does get shot down pretty easily, and if I'm just in the bottom right, it has a battery life of how, like, so that battery life just represents how long the thing lasts for until it just like explodes pretty much, because it just runs out of battery, which I guess is another thing to balance it, because otherwise it would be too stupidly overpowered. I think I do get shot down around about now, and it is pretty easy to shoot down if you're like standing in front of them, like still standing in front of them. But also, I recently just got my computer set up, well, another computer set up next to my PS4, my PS3, so hopefully I could use my Elgato now to record some gameplay with that. So if you just want to leave a little comment down below just to say what sort of stuff you want me to upload on PS3, because I've got a lot of games that I've played, like Ghost Recon Future Soldier, Metro Last Light, all of them games. Oh, and by the way, I'm really bad at flying on this game, like incredibly bad. I find it really hard to fly on this. Even on console it's hard, in my opinion. I'm just really bad. But you can see how nice the map is, and I don't believe you can get onto the mountains, because otherwise it would be a little overpowered. And I just took a screenshot of this just to show, oh, it's gone now, but just to show how much effort they put into this map, on like all the little details. Because it's I really did like this map. Like, I think I played it, I didn't play a lot of this because my brother was around, and I think he was going the next day. So, I just let him just play on this for a long time, because he was off to uni, so he won't be able to play Battlefield for a while. But, the event, what was I gonna say? Yeah, there's a lot of Easter eggs around about Battlefield 2042, because, as I said, this is a prequel to that game. So yeah, and it was actually with this flying thing. I know I'm showing a lot of these clips, but I guess that's what a lot of people really wanted to see, and I didn't really get any good gameplays because I'm not very good at this game. And occasionally I did get some FPS drops, because when I was recording I had my playback feature enabled and stuff, and not enabled, like playing and stuff, and I had multiple tabs open, and I didn't realize it would drop the FPS by like that much. So some clips you'll see me at about 50, some clips you'll see me at 80 FPS, and now I'm playing on high graphics. I believe PS4 does play on high as well, but this isn't even on ultra, this is on high, and the game looks amazing. And with the patch, or with just this DLC, they made the game look a lot nicer, And also, I don't know if it's about now, but there's a like the sound does mess up a bit, like it's a little delayed. I'm not sure why this was. Some clips are a little fast forwarded up for no reason, but I just left it in there because it did show something. And this is actually the alien rifle. It's called the Rorsch, like -2 or 1 or something. But this thing, it needs to get patched. It is too overpowered, but it is a lot of fun to use in all honesty. Like, I think I just one-shot this jet out of the sky. It must have been weird because you can't normally one-shot things, but that just proves how fun it is to use it. A lot of people do get well, quite a few people did get angry because I guess it is overpowered, like I just said. But also there's a lot of splash damage as well, so it's really good against infantry as well. But I believe it doesn't do a lot to tanks. It's mainly just aircrafts and just like quad bikes, light ground vehicles. But to tanks, I don't think it does like hardly anything. But also it does have a laser sight, and this is where it actually spawns. Is just above, what is that, F? Just above this dome, and that little dome there you can actually destroy, which is pretty cool as well. Just a cool little feature. But I might just end the commentary now because I don't really have a lot more to say. But please like, comment, and subscribe, and also add me on Steam. I'll put my Steam name in the description again, and give me some feedback as well. Like, I could start, I don't know, do some more different content, different games. I have got a pretty decent PC, so I can play like games like The Forest or Armor or Daisy. Just request them in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Hope you enjoyed the video, and bye. Also, just before I go, I just want to mention how I'm actually quite annoyed by this, but there's actually no, well, as far as I know, and as far as some YouTubers have said, and I've actually checked the website and stuff, they're not releasing any DLC weapons with this DLC, which really does upset me, because the DLC weapons are like one of the best parts of the DLCs, because they're a lot of fun to use and stuff. And it was just another thing to unlock if you're already max level, honestly. But I'm quite upset about that. But hopefully they do add some weapons eventually, like as soon as the DLC does come out for everyone. But honestly, this is I could possibly say this is probably my favorite DLC from Battlefield. I think it'll probably be this, then I'm not for sure. I think it might be Second Assault, but I'm gonna stop talking now and let you guys just enjoy the pure gameplay. And the sound does glitch up, so sorry about that. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later.